Hey guys, and welcome back to Keeping Up with Chyna. Today we're back with another video. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back to my channel. So yeah guys, thank you guys so much for coming back. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about ways that you can lock your hair faster. I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of DMs on Instagram on how can I lock my hair faster, how can you speed up the process, all these questions and stuff. And sometimes it feels like I'm repeating myself all the time, so I'm like, let me just make a video about it because but there's okay, well, first and foremost, number one, just know that there's no overnight, let me reframe from that. If you're trying to do it like the natural way, like if you're actually trying to go through the journey of your hair naturally locking by itself and all that stuff, there's no overnight quick and fix. You have to actually go through the process, go through the journey for your hair to actually lock. Okay, and again, everybody's hair type is not the same. Everybody's hair don't lock the same speed as other people. Like, for example, my hair might take me like 3 months to lock. Sammy or Abby or whatever, their hair might take them at least a year for their hair to actually start locking. So that's another thing too. Like, you have to know your hair, because depending on your hair type and all that stuff, our hair differs, so the process will be different for everybody. But I would say that if you're a person where like you don't want to go through that, the starter phase of where your hair is just like all over the place, and it's budding, it's starting to bud and all that stuff, and you don't know what's going on, you don't want to go through that process. I know now it's becoming very popular. Now people actually start their locks with instant lock, where basically they literally just crochet the hair and it instantly becomes a lock. Okay, of course it'll take a few months, of course, again, for it to actually fully mature, and really become for the locks to become fully tangled and and stuff like that. But if you don't want to go through that budding phase and stuff like that, instant locking is very popular now, so maybe you can look into that. It kind of does speed up the process a little bit. So yeah, that's for people who don't want to go through that process. But if you're trying to go through the whole locking journey and you actually want to let your hair just do what it want to do naturally, some things that you can do. Number one, I would say number one, you have to wash your hair. Okay, I know that, especially I remember me in my starter phase, I was really scared to wash my hair because I was so scared that it was gonna unravel, and I waited a whole month before I actually washed my hair, and a lot of them did unravel. And what I did was I just did the comb coils again, you guys. So it's like a lot of people are just scared to wash their hair because that they're scared that it's going to unravel, and that's okay. Your hair, sometimes your hair will unravel. It's just, there's nothing you can do. Sometimes it can unravel. There are certain methods that you can use for it to for not as much locks to unravel, but eventually, for the most part, if it's going to unravel, it will. So all you got to do is just redo the twist or redo the comb coils and just move on. But that's all you can do. Okay, but yeah, wash your hair, because when you wash your hair, and you're massaging your roots and all that stuff, that helps to mat the hair. It kind of helps start that process too. So don't be afraid to wash your hair. And I'm not saying for free to wash your hair every week. Just wash it however long you feel like you want to take in between washes. Do that. If you think that you want to wash your hair every 2 weeks, if that works for you, do that. If you want to wash your hair every month and it works for you, do that. So it's all up to you and your hair, because some people cannot go a whole month without washing their hair. Some people have to wash their hair every 2 weeks or every week, and that's totally fine. It's up to you. But totally wash your hair. Don't be scared to wash your hair, because that does help with the locking process. When you're massaging it and you're massaging it, that helps to like tangle the hair. Okay, number 2, I would say, well, I'm not really going in order. So another thing is that conditioner. I know conditioner is it's a topic where, like, it's like a hit or miss. It's a gray, there's always a gray area with the conditioner. And I'm not the one who will tell you not to use conditioner, because who am I to tell you what to do and what not to do, right? But I mean, me personally, I've never really had problems when I've used conditioner. I've used conditioner in my locks before, and I haven't had any problems with it. I just make sure that when I do use it, I do wash it out, very thoroughly, so that I don't get buildups or anything. But I would say in the starter phase, if you are trying to make your hair lock quicker, I would try to avoid using conditioner, or don't use it as often, because conditioner, what is a conditioner? It's supposed to help untangle the hair, right? And what you're trying to do is tangle the hair, because that's what locks is, tangled hair. So if you're using conditioner, then it's like you're doing the opposite of what you're trying to, what you want your hair to actually do. So I mean, it just makes sense, like if you're trying to lock your hair and you're using conditioner, which is like, it has all those products that helps to, like, untangle the hair and all that stuff, so it's like, so I'm just saying, if you're trying to lock the hair faster, I would refrain from using conditioner, at least for the first few months or the first year or so. But if you don't really care about how long your hair takes for it to lock, then go ahead and use conditioner. If it works well for you, if you have no problem with it, use it, But I'm just saying, if you do want the process to go a little faster, all right, so that's that. And then the last one, the last tip I have is to just let your hair be, you guys. Like, just let your hair be. A lot of people, I get that question all the time in DMs. How do I get my hair to lock? How do I get my hair to do what it needs to do faster? And honestly, you just have to let your hair be. Just let it do what it do. Like, a lot of time you can't really you cannot rush the process. Like, you have to go through the process. And yes, it might take longer, but it's like, if you actually want to go through the natural way of your hair locking, that's just what you need to do. Okay, you have to be patient. You have to learn to just let your hair do what it do. Okay, eventually it will lock. A lot of people ask me, oh, my hair is not locking, oh my god. Your hair will lock. Trust me, it will lock on its own timing. Okay, when it's time for it to fully lock, it will fully lock. And a lot of time, I feel like we're paying so much attention to our hair that we forget to do other things. Because the more we're like so invested into our hair, and we're just like, oh my god, we're watching it every day, we're trying to see what's the changes every day and all that stuff, you're never gonna see any changes. So that's why I say, if you really want to see the different changes in your hair lock journey, I advise you to take pictures every month, to compare from the last month or the first month, and you will see a change. Okay, sometimes the change might not be as drastic as as you would like to see, but your hair is constantly going through changes. Okay, you just might not see it from your eye every single day. And that's why I tell people, if they say, oh, my hair's not locking, or my hair's doing this or not doing that, take pictures. Like, take pictures every month and compare them, and you will see your hair is locked. It's starting to form. It's starting to go through the process. Okay, but yeah, you guys, like, that's really what I would say if you're trying to make your hair lock faster. And also, another thing I forgot to mention is interlocking. Interlocking instantly locks the hair too. So if that's another thing, if that's another way that that's another option, I'm sorry, that you can use if you're trying to lock the hair fast. Interlocking or crochet method, which is instant lock the hair. But if you're trying to do the natural way, do all those other 3 things that I just mentioned, and your hair will start to lock. Not overnight, it's not gonna happen overnight, but eventually it will start locking up quicker. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for today. If you guys have any other questions, or if you guys have any other tips that you want to mention down below on ways that you can lock your hair faster, you can leave it down below. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.